It's the 1960s in the city of Bombay. A 6-year-old boy is sleeping while his father sits down next to him and asks him, "What are you thinking of?" That boy answers, "Nothing." His father then tells him, "Think of something big. Dream your biggest dreams, dream larger than life." Mumbai is still called Bombay at that time. It is the city of dreams. As time goes by, that same small boy gets the opportunity to travel to Switzerland, a country of which he till date has only seen or heard of in Bollywood movies. He travels to Switzerland and goes on to become the most respected and successful man. He falls in love with the most beautiful woman, marries her, has 2 children with her, and lives happily ever after. A beautiful Bollywood movie with a happy ending? My name is Ankita Makwana, and this is my legacy. My source of inspiration. That small boy is my father, his wife, my mother, and his father, my grandfather. Like my late grandfather, also my father always used to tell me, follow your dreams. Even if they seem to be out of reach at first, the universe will turn itself in order to make them come true. As a child, I knew that if not the universe, my mom, my dad, they will turn the universe in order to make my dreams come true. I'm a Swiss of Indian origin, born and brought up in Switzerland. Like any regular Swiss girl, I did my kindergarten, primary school, grammar school here in Zurich. Like any regular Indian girl, I harvested the Bollywood dream in me for as long as I can think. I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to sing. I wanted to dance. I wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the movie. That, ladies and gentlemen, was my seemingly impossible dream, to be born and brought up here in Zurich and wanting to become a movie actress in India, in Bollywood. I was hardly 11 years old when I got the opportunity to co-host a TV show for a UK-based Asian TV channel, and I loved that experience. The director and the producer of the show then asked my parents to send me to UK in order to join their team and also to do my schooling in films there. I was so excited, but my parents, in spite of knowing that this could have been my childhood, a step towards my childhood dream, did not allow me to go. I never questioned their decision, because to me, family means everything, and I'd rather my innermost dreams to decease over the years than to go against their blessings and their will. I now know that this decision worked out just fine for me, because when the time was right, my parents, my family, they became my greatest support. So I grew up to become a lawyer or a businesswoman. I studied at the University of St. Gallen, and I remember that evening when we were celebrating my exam results with my parents and my brother asked me, "So what's next? Are you going to study further? Are you planning to do your master's a few years down the line?" Nobody expected my answer. In fact, even I didn't, but that was just the way I felt like at that time. I told my father, "Dad, next Friday, I want to move to Bombay." It was Saturday then. The close-knit family we are, and the special bond I share with my father, you should have seen all our faces. Yes, also mine, because no matter I said it, but I was overwhelmed myself. So in lesser than a week, I had to move to Bombay, which was a courageous decision, yes. But you know what took me the most courage? To face my father in those remaining few days, and to make sure that we are going to be all right. Because no matter how important my family was to me and how much I loved them, this was something I wanted to do for myself. And you know what? My father, he understood me the most. He saw history repeating itself. He had to come all the way to Switzerland to follow his dreams, and I was his daughter after all. He knew that in order to make my dreams come true, I would travel to the moon and back. So I moved to Bombay, and since everything had to go on so quickly, I did not have the time to look for an apartment or even to plan anything. But I was lucky. I was lucky to be discovered, as you can say in the film world, by one of Bollywood's biggest producers. And I still remember my first meeting with him looking at me with his big eyes and asking me, "So you came all the way from beautiful Switzerland," and yes, thanks to Bollywood, Switzerland is like heaven on earth for any Indian. So he asked me, "You came all the way from beautiful Switzerland with no better plan whatsoever?" Well, Deep inside me, I knew that with my determination to achieve my childhood dreams and my family's support, there was nothing holding me back, really. But what should I have told him? He was kind enough to put me through the same acting school, which his son also had gone to. And for my initial phase in Bombay, he became my mentor and my guide, for which I will be always thankful to him for. Back at the acting school, I realized that I was not there to learn about acting, really. I was there to learn about life in Bombay. And Bombay bedazzles me. Bombay bedazzles everyone, I'm sure. Being there, I just loved it, in this big city with even bigger dreams in my eyes, and knowing that this is just the beginning. Thinking of the most prestigious acting school, that was not at all what I expected. But I always kept on remembering those big names who sat on the very same chairs and who had gone under the same training. And that is what kept me going. I could have not done that without my family's support. Or maybe I could have. But you know the feeling you get when you see the joy in the eyes of your loved ones, when they look at you in pride? That multiplied happiness is what keeps me going always. So, as I said, Mumbai is a very different city from Zurich, and it is as opposite as it can get to Zurich. As you can already see in this picture, I mean, Mumbai has a lot of traffic. It has 20 times more inhabitants than Zurich. It is polluted, and it makes you go crazy at times. But at that point of life, I did not want to be anywhere else. I remember once my brother came to visit me at my acting school, and we were doing martial arts upstairs. And after the class, all of us, we ran down, and suddenly we had to stop because the last few steps connecting the building to the road were missing. So all of us, we had to jump over it. And my brother just looks at me and asks me, so why would they not put a temporary solution? Well, that's incredible India for you. They do not deal with temporary solutions. They create magic with the limited resources they have and a lot of imaginations. During that period of time, I was facing a lot of difficulties while traveling. The addresses there do not go by road names. My address, for instance, was the name of the building, the flat number, the floor I was staying at, opposite the Lokhandwala Bridge, next to the Lokhandwala Market, Andheri, West Mumbai. Or I could have simply told my rickshaw driver to take me to the place where this all-time popular actress stays. I was facing those difficulties because I wanted to experience Bombay as a local. I did not want to have chauffeur-driven cars like most of my friends. I would take a rickshaw, I would ride trains, I would stand for 3 to 4 hours in 36 degrees with 98% humidity, with hundreds of people standing inside and outside the studio, waiting for their chance to audition. And you know what? I loved every bit of it, because I was following my dreams. Yes, I could have been back home, I could have been in Switzerland working for a multinational or a law firm, lived comfortably, earned a lot of money, or even pursued my master's. But that was not at all where my heart lied. And as time went by, I also started getting good work, and I also did Bollywood movies. But following my childhood dreams, I realized that there was more to it. That little girl in me always used to see the girl in front of the camera. And as I grew up, I realized that I wanted to tell my own stories. I told the director of my first Bollywood movie about my wish to build a bridge between the biggest film industry of this world and my hometown, Zurich. And he encouraged me to write my own story. And once again, my dad was totally right, because you can become anything at any point of your life. And following my childhood dreams, I realized I saw this beautiful world opening up of possibilities. And I'm thankful to each and every person in my family who believed in me and supported me throughout my journey. I'm far from where I once was. I'm not yet there where I once will be. My journey is my destination, and currently, I'm writing scripts, I'm producing movies with my production company, I'm acting in a Bollywood movie. Until date, I have not realized the story into celluloid, which I started to write in Bombay. And I don't know, maybe it will still take a few years. So there's still a lot for me to discover. I don't know what future holds in store for me, but I do know that I am the architect of my own world. Thank you.